What's going on, everybody? RJ5328, the best YouTube commentator in the world, coming at you with a Raw review. Unfortunately, I don't have any gameplay, but I'll make sure to have some for next week's review. Anyway, let's get down to it. The show starts off. Vince McMahon is out there, so obviously we want to get this Vince McMahon Paul Heyman fight. And before you know it, Paul Heyman comes out, looking like Andrew Dice Clay with that little get up he had. I was laughing at that. So Heyman, comes out saying, "I've been waiting for this, and you're going to get what you deserve. I'm not going to take it easy on you." All of a sudden, he drops the mic. I guess you can call that a spear. Takes McMahon down, beats him with a crutch for a little bit, and all of a sudden, McMahon can't let Paul Heyman have his moment. So McMahon takes the crutch from him, starts beating him with it, and then Lesnar's music hits. Everybody's going nuts. Lesnar comes out, gets in the ring with McMahon, just stares him down. So we're just waiting for Triple H to come out, and before you know it, here he is. And with the haircut, Triple H, he actually looks, you could take him serious as like a tough guy, I guess. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But, they have their little brawl, and I'm thinking, it's going to suck, It's probably going to be like the SummerSlam match. But, oh my God, was I wrong. That was the best opening segment to a Raw in years. That was a fight. Like, that actually looked like a fight. And then Triple H smacks Lesnar against the ring post, and there's blood everywhere. And it's not like when The Rock was bleeding, chewing on like a blood capsule or something. This was blood. What does JR usually say? Beaten like a government mule, wearing a crimson mask. That was Lesnar. And you know what? I would rather if it was Triple H bleeding, make Lesnar look strong. But you know what? You need to have Triple H look strong because he just came out and all that. But either way, that was awesome. I loved every minute of it. Next up, we get a match between the Ryback and Dolph Ziggler. It wasn't a bad match. It was on the borderline of being good, actually. You gotta give credit to Dolph Ziggler. That dude, he puts anybody over. The way he was selling those moves, and it's unfortunate that he gets jobbed out all the time. This dude, he has the best drop kick in the business. He's one of the better wrestlers on the roster. He's one of the more entertaining guys on the roster. He has the damn Money in the Bank contract, and he gets jobbed out every week. It's ridiculous. I mean, during the match itself, you had AJ trying to interfere. You had Big E knock over Ryback. I say that should be your WrestleMania right there. Big E versus Ryback. Ryberg versus Ryblack. That's going to sell tickets. I don't care. I'd watch that. But yeah, it was an okay match. Ryback, of course, ends up winning, and whatever. So we have CM Punk coming out, cutting a promo, and everybody says The Undertaker will come out during this promo. No. Not going to happen. At least not now. You can't have it during the promo. One, it's too early on in the show. Two, you need this promo. This promo was crucial. Not only did it, lead on to tonight's match, it led on to a future return. CM Punk goes out there. He says he is the best. He is a legend. He is God. He is a phenom. He is an icon. Everything he says he is what we say to describe The Undertaker. There's your match. Now, maybe if they had this promo after the match, maybe, Cena would beat Punk and Punk would get pissed off and cut this promo, and then Undertaker would come out. Yes, that would work. But instead, they chose the route of taking this promo, building the match, and building the return, which, I can still go with that. That's cool. Because CM Punk, he's the best mic guy in the business right now. Anyway, I love the promo. I really did. Awesome promo. Loved it. CM Punk is God. Then we get a Miz TV segment between Alberto Del Rio and Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. Loved it. I love this whole angle. If you guys were marking out for The Rock, there's you should be marking out for Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter. This is controversial. Not saying, Twinkie tits and, all these other corny curse words. This is controversial stuff. This is entertainment. This guy, Zeb Coulter, just looking at him at first, you're like, what the hell? But when he starts talking, oh my God. He's straight up calling Alberto Del Rio a criminal, an immigrant, all this stuff. Of course he had to throw in the classic, they took her derbs, and it's freaking awesome. I loved it. And, Alberto's trying to come back. He couldn't even think of anything to say, for God's sakes, because Zeb Coulter just owned him. Whether it's scripted or not, he owned him. But, Alberto's like, it's not your country or my country, it's the people's country. Shut up, The Rock. Or should I say Dwayne? I don't really like calling him The Rock anymore. I just call him The Rock because everybody else called him The Rock. But, he had no comeback. And just Coulter just owned him. And everybody's like, oh, it's racist. Whether it is or not, I don't care. That's awesome. You need something like that. This is how you're going to get your attention. That match between Del Rio and Swagger went from a snooze fest at Mania to probably one of the more premier matches on the card. I will bet you the World Heavyweight title match now does not open up the show. They might actually make it a damn mid-card match. I'm not going to get carried away say the main event. Definitely not. But, it's probably like a mid-card match by now. And that's sad, which is still sad to say, but Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger, they're going to make the title actually mean something, I think. And going back, when Miz introduced these two, between Del Rio and Swagger and all that, he introduced people in the ring because that's what a host is supposed to do. He said the current, and he emphasized the word current, which actually makes me believe that Swagger is going to take the belt at Mania. And you know what? I'd be happy as hell to see that. And that actually kind of makes me not want Ziggler to cash in, even though he has to cash in at Mania. He's had the damn thing for too long. But maybe, we'll see a Ziggler face turn at Mania or something, and then he'll take the title from Swagger and face him something. I don't know. We'll find out. And then we get an Orton versus Antonio Cesaro match. And once again, let's bury our champions. What the hell, dude? Antonio Cesaro, he's actually entertaining now. At first he was boring, I'll admit that. But now he's one of the reasons I watch. He's a great wrestler. He's good. He knows how to get heat. And you have Orton, who's a drug addict, come in and I hate Orton because of this. All the time he wins because oh my God, he came out of nowhere. That's not believable. And that's your trademark? To just be knocked out and all of a sudden pop up and hit a RKO? That's not believable. I like to watch because it's believable, it's entertaining, and blood. I'm not afraid to admit it. And your trademark is getting knocked out and all of a sudden reappearing and knocking somebody else out. That's not believable at all. I hate the fact all of his matches end like that. Every match, he gets his ass kicked, does those fake clotheslines, which he doesn't even follow through, so it doesn't even look like a clothesline. It looks like people are just running into his arm. He does a piss poor power slam, and And then sometimes they mix it up. Either he'll hit the RKO from there, or his opponent will come back and he hits the RKO out of nowhere. It's the same damn match all the time. I hate Orton. I freaking hate him. Heel or face, I hate the guy. And he beats Cesaro. This is ridiculous. Next up, we have Sheamus come out. He's all decked out in the suit. And something about the Oscars, whatever. And he goes out there, cuts a promo and says, you know, I'm a movie critic or movie fan, whatever. And one of the best performances I've seen was Wade Barrett. Oh, here we go, Sheamus Wade Barrett feud. I mean, we did see the match a lot over the course of the past year, but you know what? I'm actually kind of curious to see how this feud transpires. So, he puts a screenshot of the movie on the screen, and there's Wade Barrett in the background, just, you know, standing there. And he's like, oh, what a actor. He's not doing anything. He looks blurred out in the picture. Don't try to make the feud look believable. Because really, you can't build a feud off of a movie. It's not going to happen. Barrett has to actually do something. So unless he does something within the next Raw or two, I'm not going to buy into the feud. But Barrett comes out and he's trying to say, oh, I'm going to be a movie star. Dude, just stop with this stupid storyline already. Just do something heelish and, you know, build the feud that way. And I forget what the hell happened. This promo didn't really keep my attention. And all of a sudden, Barrett goes to knock out Sheamus, and then Sheamus goes for the bro kick, and Barrett gets out of the ring, and, you know, that was it. Then we get Cody Rhodes versus R-Truth with Damien Sandow on commentary. This was a bathroom break match, to be honest with you. This was like a Divas match. Because all they do is make Cody Rhodes' job all of a sudden. What the hell did he do wrong? I don't even remember the last time he won. I really don't. And then, you know, when I came back, Damien Sandow's in the ring. R-Truth kicks his ass. So, let's see. You have the Rhodes Scholars. You say the Rhodes Scholars are no more. You job them out separately. You bring them back together and job them out together. What did these guys do wrong? I thought Triple H was a fan of Sandow. And Cody Rhodes is one of the better wrestlers on the roster. What? I don't know. I really don't know. So now we get a Shield promo. And, you know, Dean Ambrose kicks it off. And he seems like he's the main mic guy, which he should be. And he basically says, you know, we are the Shield. We've taken down anybody who tried to take us down. We are, you know, they're the best. And they are. You know, just going off, you know, wins and how they won and, you know, how they're being built. And they're being built phenomenally. I think Paul Heyman's behind that one. And they're just really good. And, you know, you have to put the other two guys on mic, I guess. I don't know. I prefer if it was just Dean Ambrose. But, you know, Roman Reigns comes out and he starts talking and he never really says anything. He just says something, he sounds tough, and he screams at the end. So that's what he did. And you have Seth Rollins. He's trying to sound intimidating. I mean, he's okay on the mic. I mean, I listen to him. Or I put up with it, I guess. I don't know. And basically they call out, you know, who else thinks they can take on the Shield? Because we'll take you down no matter what. So Sheamus comes out. Wasn't Sheamus just feuding with Wade Barrett? Why is he here? And then Sheamus says, oh, I'm here. Come get me. I'm not going anywhere. Well, if you're such a tough guy, Sheamus, go down to the ring. Which, normally, that's what he does. So, obviously, something's getting set up. Before you know it, Randy Orton just comes out of nowhere. Once again, RKO coming out of nowhere. and he gets Seth Rollins. Yeah, Seth Rollins. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Unless Orton's going to feud with the Shield, like that's another thing. What are they going to do with the Shield at WrestleMania? I guess we can only find out. But that was stupid as hell. So we have a Swagger versus The Miz match. The reason why they had this match because they showed a clip during the commercial break of Zeb Coulter calling out The Miz, and I think Swagger attacked him. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention. But now we have this match. And I was surprised Miz got in the offense that he did because Miz sucks. But Swagger whooped this guy. And what pissed me off the most, Swagger got a jobber entrance. How dare you cut off that amazing music? Weed the people. But, Swagger wins. Awesome. And you know what? Miz sucks so much as a babyface, they can't even put him over. They should put him over against Jack Swagger because he's a world heavyweight contender. But still, you can't even put him over in a normal match. Because Miz sucks. That's the only match he won was on SmackDown against Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes has been jobbing out to everybody. WWE wants to put Miz over as a face and they can't because he sucks. Anyway, that's it. Swagger wins. And then we get our main event, CM Punk versus John Cena. I really wasn't sure what to think of this at first because, obviously you had the whole Undertaker angle, how are they going to play that in there? Cena obviously is going to win, but, there's still that possibility of a triple threat, even with the Undertaker, so it's really, what are they going to do? And you know what? That all aside, focusing just on the match. That match was amazing. That was a match of the century, match of the year. That was incredible. There's something about when these two get together, they just have an amazing match. Cena actually looks like he can wrestle. I don't know what it is, but something about those two. They bring out the best in each other, and it's awesome. We as the viewers benefit. So if they have CM Punk versus John Cena number 33, I'm watching it because that match is always great. And incredibly back and forth match. CM Punk hitting GTSs all over the place. Cena hitting AAs, which I don't like calling them that. They're FUs. But, Cena's hitting those. They're kicking out of each other's finishers. Cena's pulling out a Hurricane Rana and a power bomb. What the hell? And, it was this match. Just watching it, they say how matches tell a story. This told a story. And it was so good. It's really hard for me to put in the words. It really is. That was just an amazing match. If you somehow see it on YouTube somewhere or go on Hulu or whatever people use nowadays, watch that match. So we get to the end of the match. Cena hits a Hurricane Rana and a FU out of nowhere. And that ends it. So I'm like, okay, something's going to happen. Because they killed a lot of time afterwards. And people were pissed off that Punk lost clean. He had to. If you're going to do this Undertaker storyline, he has to lose clean. Because if he gets screwed over, that automatically puts the triple threat match in contention. But if he loses clean, he's now no longer a part of that, and he needs something to do. And that something is the Undertaker. You can't have him lose dirty, so to speak, if you're not going to put him in a triple threat match. Now, that is still in contention, but with him losing clean, it's more so likely that he's going to face The Undertaker. And the only thing that's going to piss me off about that, if you saw the pictures of the Undertaker at that surprise return in Waco, Texas, the dude looks like hell. He really does. And if you have CM Punk lose to that, it really makes Punk look bad. Like, the legend is more than the person. I don't know, that's the best way to say it. But, you know, when people think of The Undertaker, they think of his legend, they think of his history. They don't look at the guy now. Look at the guy now, he looks like hell. And I mean, unless he really feels he's 100%, by all means, go ahead. But, you know, it looks like he should have took a year off at least. You know, come back with WrestleMania 30 if he wanted to. But, I don't know, that's the thing. We'll find out how that goes. So, the end of the match comes, and Cena's taking a long-ass time to celebrate. I'm like, something's going down. It has to. Nope. Never appeared. WWE got you again. But you know what? Initially, I was upset. Because, you know, that basically, like, drew in the match. Because you knew Undertaker was going to show up. So, initially, I was upset. But, you know, thinking about it, it's not bad. Because, I mean, really, I think it was just poor time management. If you didn't give Cena so much time to celebrate, you probably could have snuck it in there real quick. But you know what? We'll probably have Raw open up next week. And next week's supposed to be like Raw Classic or some shit like that. They're going old school, I think they said. And that's where we're going to see Taker. That has to be. Because we're going back to the old days. Old days, who was there? The Undertaker. I think that's where you're going to see him. And the best way to have that show open up, you're going to have Punk out there, kind of like what I said earlier. He's going to cut a promo, he got screwed, he's God, he's this and that. Then you hear the dong, Taker comes out, we have a confrontation now. That's how they're going to do it. It has to. How else are you going to do it? You can't promote that match any other way unless you're going to put CM Punk in a triple threat. But we'll see how that goes. This is Raw Review. The middle of the show sucked. The beginning was awesome. Best way to open up the show in years. And the ending was really good with an awesome match. So, first hour, alright. Second hour sucked. Third hour, pretty good. Well, the end of the third hour. Let's say that. Alright. So this was a Raw Review. Once again, sorry I don't have any gameplay. I'll make sure to put it in for next week. If you guys like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I should be having more coming out today. And thank you guys for watching. Keep on tuning in.